What's up, guys? This is Merc Music, and welcome back to Nerd Plays. Today we're back on some Modern Warfare 2 because, we're getting ready for the Modern Warfare 3 reveal. We're kind of prepping for Modern Warfare 3. Unfortunately, this game is most likely going to be another year of Modern Warfare 2, but hopefully with some good gameplay changes, hopefully with some good content. But for this video, I want to talk about something that Infinity Ward did, which I think, right off the rip, really upset a lot of the Call of Duty community, and it took them so long to stop doubling down on this and then put it back in the game, and I think you already know what I'm talking about. It's literally right here, the second thing in multiplayer, hardcore. Now, before we actually go and play some hardcore, which we are going to be doing today, I do want to point something out here, which it just seems kind of weird. Now, to be honest, I'm not exactly sure how many of you guys actually go into private match and just like play customs either with your friends or by yourself, but especially because of open lobbies and also for grabbing thumbnails, private matches are actually pretty important for people making content. So let's hop into a private match, and I want to show you guys something that has actually been an issue with the game ever since they reverted the change from tier 1 to hardcore. I'm gonna just walk us back to the Modern Warfare 2 launch so that way I can kind of reiterate what happened with this game. So when Modern Warfare 2 launched, it actually didn't have hardcore at all. They just did not include it in the game whatsoever. Instead, they had a different version of hardcore called Tier 1, which in a lot of people's opinions was not a true hardcore mode. It just wasn't the same. It was more like Modern Warfare 2019's realism mode, where you have similar kinds of health to like base health, but every headshot is like a one-shot kill sort of thing, and very limited HUD. So much so to the point where you can't tell if you're going for long shots or if you're getting any kind of medals or anything. There was also no kill feed either. It was just so bad. Even to this day, it's so weird to see this game be like this weird in-between of like a modern FPS milsim type of game and then just typical Call of Duty goofball nonsense. I mean, I've got Snoop Dogg right here. There's so many other goofy and wacky skins and things that have been added to this game that it's not this whole like super try-hard realistic kind of thing, whatever. But here's something that's actually just kind of fascinating about Modern Warfare 2. Ever since there was that whole debacle between, tier 1 replacing hardcore, and then the community was so upset and mad about it that it took them, I think, roughly a month or so, maybe even longer, to get rid of tier 1 and then put hardcore back in the game. But here's the catch. If you're specifically in a private match, the only way to enable hardcore is to go here to gameplay and then turn hardcore on. But here's what's really weird about it. It's not really a true hardcore HUD compared to previous Call of Duty games. And since they fully removed tier 1, tried to, push it under the rug and pretend like it never happened, we also still don't have any access to tier 1 whatsoever. Which leads me to believe that they were so upset about the community's response to tier 1 instead of hardcore that they just decided to completely kill it. Now, as you can see, we are here in a private match, and one thing you might notice is that this is not all that limited of a HUD. And there's actually no settings. There's nothing you can do to turn it off whatsoever. So from a content point of view, it's actually just kind of really awkward to get thumbnails in private match. You almost always have to, like later on in Photoshop, manually get rid of the HUD elements, the UI. Talk about the compass, the stuff on the bottom right, and also the team deathmatch on the left. Now, granted, I have an FPS counter and I'm not connected to a chat right now, so that's also there, but I could obviously hide that stuff if I wanted to. The reason I don't is because there's no way in this game to fully remove your HUD. So it leads me to believe that they were so salty about the community not liking tier 1 that they decided to not only fully remove it from the game entirely, but if you go to play hardcore, you still have this much HUD, which I don't think you get online. I'm gonna have to double check that because it's been a while since I played hardcore, but yeah. Very weird stuff, and this is what I wanted to talk about. Going into Modern Warfare 3, I really do not hope that they try to do some dumb bullshit like this, where they get rid of an entire half of what people can play in multiplayer and try to replace it with something else. Honestly, in retro...
That's not nice.
Okay, Siri. Siri be working for Activision. No, but for real, like, in retrospect, this should have been an even bigger red flag that should have essentially told us how bad things were gonna get. Now, I had actually uploaded and made a short little video on the main channel talking about all of this stuff when it first went down. I spoke up and I shared my opinions on this, and I was definitely not happy about it. And I really do hope going into Modern Warfare 3 2023, we don't have to deal with stuff like this. Not even just the whole tier 1 and hardcore thing. There have been a lot of things that were introduced in this game that I don't think a lot of people necessarily want to see continue going forward. Prime example is weapon tuning. Like, weapon tuning and the attachments and all that stuff, while it does allow for more in-depth customization of your weapons, the tuning also doesn't necessarily have a major impact on how your guns perform, so it's weird. When they first announced weapon tuning, I was kind of hoping that it was going to have more drastic changes to the attachments, but since it doesn't, there's just not really a point. It's very minuscule kinds of changes. See, look at this. We're in actual online hardcore, and the only HUD is the compass at the top, the kill feed, and then occasionally like some stuff at the top right. Also, I think a lot of people are going to leave this because this map is not very good. Or at least they don't like the night vision stuff, which I totally understand. Another thing I was going to mention that's very different about this game compared to the other Call of Duty games is the fact that we have a completely different perk system that people just really don't like. You have your bonus and ultimate perks that you have to earn as you play the game. This is another completely unnecessary change to Call of Duty that no one asked for and no one really cares about. It complicated so much of the perk system and the balance and everything. Like, it was just so unnecessary. And this has kind of been a recurring trend for Call of Duty that a lot of people have been talking about, is the fact... Oh, I feel terrible for jacking that. But something that Infinity Ward is starting to become famous for is changing things that don't need to be changed. Instead of taking a base idea for a game and just continuing to build and improve upon that, they've been trying to fundamentally dismantle things and try to make it different when it doesn't need to be. I'll use this as a metaphor. Let's say I was building a guitar, right? And I'm like, roughly 90% done with the guitar. It's looking good, and let's say I'm making it for a customer, right? The customer gives me some feedback and says, you know what? This guitar is actually pretty amazing. I really like this guitar. There's a couple of things that the customer is not really too happy with, so I decide to go ahead and fix those last couple of things, and now the guitar is 100% ready to go, and the customer's happy. Fast forward 2 years later, and the same person wants to buy another guitar from me. They want me to custom make them another guitar. And they specifically let me know, hey, like, I liked these different things that you did for the guitar. I like how you use this Floyd Rose tremolo bridge. I like how you adjust the action. Can you just do that for this next guitar, right? Instead of listening to that person and continuing to build upon the foundations that I, used for the previous guitar, I decide to fucking do everything different. Make him a completely different abomination of a guitar and then expect him to be completely happy with it. That is essentially what happens in between Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 2022. Now, in fairness, there are obviously a lot of similarities between 2019 and this game, but I feel like a lot of it has to do with the weaponry and the engine, the graphics, lighting, all that kind of stuff, maybe even the sound. And it seems like Infinity Ward just went in a completely different direction when it came to, what they wanted to add upon Modern Warfare 2019. I remember before this game even launched, one of the big marketing things, one of the things that they were trying to hype up the most was the game's AI. And look how that went over. I mean, Warzone players complained so much about the AI crashing servers and just being annoying to deal with, and now it's, I think, at least completely removed. And if it's not completely removed, I mean, it's mostly removed. Like, the AI thing was just a big fail. And I think a lot of this has to stem with the fact that they don't understand what the COD community necessarily wants. We've been singing the praises, quite literally, about, toning back on skill-based matchmaking, keeping the lobbies together, trying to improve social features. Whatever was a complaint in 2019, they should have really focused on improving those things going into this game. Now, what I'm really curious to see going forward with Modern Warfare 3 2023 is how the game is going to differentiate itself from this year of COD. Since Modern Warfare 3 2023 is a direct sequel to this game right here, with no delay, nothing in between, it's just immediately following up the game. I think for once, actually, for Call of Duty, this could be the first time that they're able to directly take our feedback from the previous year and implement it into the next game. Now, obviously, that sucks, because they could have done it for Modern Warfare 2 and they could have just went the expansion route, which obviously is not happening now. And they're going to expect all of us to pay another $70+ to buy those changes and those improvements. It really sucks, man. Like, I wish that this wasn't the position that we were in, but it's just how it's gonna have to be. So this is what I would recommend for most people, because I know a lot of people feel burned after this year of Modern Warfare 2, myself included. But obviously what separates me from the rest of the Call of Duty is simply just the fact that I make content. I stream, I'm making videos and stuff. This is my livelihood. Obviously, I don't want to see it go down the shitter, but unfortunately, it has been doing that for quite some time now. So this is what I propose for all of you guys watching. I think it's actually probably the smartest thing. And I know this is the case because I've kind of gauged interest in our sub-only Discord as well, and it seems like a lot of people are actually going to be very hesitant to pre-order or buy Modern Warfare 3, and honestly, I don't blame you. If I was just someone who casually plays the game and, watches MWIII Music stream or upload the game or whatever, trying to put myself in your guys' shoes, I would wait to see what I have to say about the game. That is a weird perspective. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah. If you're unsure about Modern Warfare 3 2023, I would hold off. Wait until you see what I have to say about the game and also what other people are saying about the game too. Obviously, you're free to just go ahead and buy it and form your own opinion and see if you like it or not. But from what we know so far, Modern Warfare 3 2023 is apparently going to be shipping with all of the original Modern Warfare 2 2009 maps, which I don't know if that's actually completely confirmed or not, but man, that'd be insane. campaign. Classic minimap with red dots on it. Obviously, we know about the whole carry forward system where all of the weapons and all of the operators from Modern Warfare 2 are going to be moving into the next game. But as far as it goes for maps in this game, we don't really know about that. It seems like what is potentially going to happen is that Modern Warfare 3 2023 is going to have more of Sledgehammer's game design and their choices. It really almost sounds like it's going to be another year of Vanguard, but in the Modern Warfare era, which honestly doesn't sound too bad. Like, I'm excited for the Modern Warfare 3 campaign. The multiplayer is still up in the air, but if it's going to be Sledgehammer's design in the modern era, it actually could be a big win. And then as far as it goes for zombies, I mean, that is, I think, just being put in there to try to hold over the zombies community until Treyarch's game in 2024. So the way I see it is that if you like the campaign, you'll probably want to either watch someone like me stream it or upload it, whatever kind of way you want to watch it, or you'll buy the game for the campaign. Now, as far as it goes for multiplayer, that's kind of a toss-up, and if you're gonna buy the game for zombies, I mean, no. Just wait for Treyarch. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this quick little video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me discuss some of the changes, some of the things going from Modern Warfare 2 into Modern Warfare 3. I am really just hoping that we don't have some kind of stupid shit like the whole tier 1 thing with Modern Warfare 2 at launch, and then eventually we get hardcore, but then we don't even have like a proper way to record thumbnails or just simply remove the entire HUD. Like, there's no way to experience a, quote, realism mode in Modern Warfare 2 anymore. And I really do think it's because Infinity Ward got salty because of our feedback and our criticisms of the mode. They could have kept tier 1 in the game still, or even still have it available in private match to play, but no, they nuked it. So there you go. But yeah, man, I'm just kind of ranting and rambling at this point. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the Modern Warfare 3 reveal live event on the main channel on YouTube on Thursday.
Peace out, homies.